You've decided to start speaking as a business owner and you're so excited. And I'm very excited for you, but maybe you're getting a little nervous now because it's time to make some decisions. We need to decide what speaking topics you're going to focus on. If you're getting unsure about this, you're feeling a little resistance, do not worry, friend. I have got your back. Today, I'm going to show you how to select the right speaking topics for your business that are actually going to get booked. Hi, I'm Jessica, and I help small business owners and CEO leaders use the power of their voice and public speaking to scale their impact, their income, and their business. And today I want to help you select the right speaking topics for your business so that when you show up on a stage, whether it's in person, on a podcast, during a webinar, in a small community, that you know that topic is perfectly designed for your business, for that event, and for that audience. As a small business owner myself, I know that there are so many things we could talk about because we've worn all the hats. Let's be real, right? We've had to be the marketing department, the sales department, maybe HR or bookkeeping. Over the life cycle of your business, you're going to have to sit in a lot of seats. And that's great. It's going to help us learn how to do all kinds of things. But just because you've done it doesn't mean you need to teach it. See, when we can get more selective and more focused on our speaking topics, it allows us to make a bigger impact on our audience and have a more strategic impact on our business. And I get it. Maybe you're like, I don't want to narrow this down. I want to speak on all the things. And while I hear that and I get that, I've heard it a lot over the years from my clients. Here's what I want you to know. The reality: when you do not select signature speaking topics, you leave the door open for other people to select the topics for you. I don't know about you, but I don't like people making decisions for me. When we do that, whether we're letting a conference host pick our speaking topic or a podcaster, here's what happens. Often we end up speaking on topics completely outside of our expertise, and we're no longer building that thought leadership we were working so hard to build. That organizer might also select a topic that is outside of our current offers. It doesn't align with the ways that revenue comes into our business, and this is not going to help us scale. Finally, when other people are picking speaking topics for us, that puts us in a cycle of constantly reinventing the wheel, meaning instead of having a few signature speeches ready to go every time someone asks us to speak on a topic, we're starting from scratch. That's not what I want. I want you out in the world showing up and sharing your expertise, not dreading creating another slide deck. Instead of having other people pick the topics for us, we can curate our own list of signature speaking topics. A few magical things happen when we have signature speaking topics. One, we know that they were intentionally selected for our ideal clients, for our current business offerings to support the work that we're already doing. Two, we get really good at delivering that presentation because practice makes not perfect. We're going to say perfect. Practice makes confident. And the more that you practice that talk, the more confident you're going to get delivering it. So instead of having to spend a ton of time practicing and learning a new presentation, you've got your signature topics in your back pocket with slide decks ready to go, stories that are very engaging, and you can say yes to opportunities at the drop of a hat. Another great part about having signature speaking topics is that you get really good at navigating Q&A with your audience, and we know how to answer any question they want to throw our way. So how do you select the right topics for your business that an organizer is actually going to say yes to? Well, let me break this down in 3 steps that makes it really easy for you not to get caught up in feeling like you're leaving topics on the table, but instead help you make an intentional decision that works for your business. So number 1, the first thing we need to do to select our speaking topic is find our sweet spot. And that sweet spot is going to be the intersection of 3 key things. Your speaker's sweet spot is at the intersection of things that you are passionate about, places that you have experience and expertise, and something your audience is interested in. See, if we only talk about things that matter to us, but we don't have experience in, that presentation is going to be very surface level. Or if we talk about something that we're experienced in and we're passionate about, but our audience doesn't care about it, they're not going to want to receive that, right? So we want to find topics at the intersection of our passion, our experience, and our audience's interest. The second second step to selecting the right topics for your business is to get clear on how those topics line up with your business offers. So if you just did step one and you're like, okay, Jess, I found my sweet spot, but I've got like 5 topics. Perfect. Let's narrow it down. What I want you to do is to grab a piece of paper and draw a line right down the middle. On one side of the paper, you're going to write down those potential speaking topics. And on the other side of the paper, I want you to write down all the ways money comes into your business, all of your products, your services, your offerings. Now, go through that list of speaking topics and very honestly draw a line between the offer and the topic. With these topics, does it automatically point back to something you offer in your business? So I would love for you to do that. The third thing we want to do is make that topic stand out. This is how we get booked. So the first 2 questions were really helping you find clarity around what works for you, what fits your experience and your expertise and your audience and your business. So we should have gone from a big list of ideas to a smaller list that point back to our offers. And now we got to make sure that we position that topic in a way that people are going to book us to speak. So there's a few things I like to walk through to refine that topic a little bit. So for example, to make that topic stand out, we need to reach both of our audiences. Yes, you have 2 audiences at every speaking event. That is the person who is bringing you in to speak, the organizer, and the group of people you are speaking to, the audience. When you are writing your title of your presentation, you need to appeal to both of these audiences. The second thing I factor in when I'm trying to really make my talk stand out is what's relevant right now. This is the part that probably is the most important piece of this scenario, because there really isn't much out there that we're talking about that hasn't been spoken about before. So maybe instead of just talking about public speaking for business owners, if I want my topics to stand out, I need to bring a fresh spin, something that is timely. So if I wanted to speak about like how to find speaking engagements, people might be interested in that. But if I wanted a really relevant spin on that, maybe I would say how to find speaking engagements post-pandemic, how to find speaking engagements in a virtual speaking era. There are so many different spins and twists that I could put on it to make that topic relevant to right now. The third thing we want to factor in to really make your title and your topic stand out is this title showcasing the transformation that I'm going to provide? Does my audience see in a quick blurb that they're going to gain something valuable from this? I imagine that my presentation title is going to be in a huge conference. One of those conferences that you show up, they've got all the ballrooms open and you get to pick what session you're going to go to. If my audience looked at a poster board of topics, I want to make sure that my title is standing out to them. It's letting them know it's for them, it's relevant right now, and that they're going to learn something valuable in that session. So if you've gotten all the way through these 3 steps, you found your sweet spot, you made sure it aligned with your offers, and you were certain that your topic stands out, you might be wondering, okay, but how many speaking topics do I need? I'm going to say 1 to 3 and no more than that. In fact, I would love for you to start with 1 signature speaking topic and get really good at it and then go back and write another one. In fact, when we work with students inside of our Speaking Strategy Academy, we focus on 1 first, and then you can go back and create your second one, because a lot of times we're going to pull content from that first talk and it helps you not reinvent the wheel every time. So think about that, like you do not want to overwhelm an organizer. You want to create that kind of boutique experience for conference organizers and event hosts where they can say, oh wow, great, these are the 3 topics they could speak on. Which one's going to be the best fit for my audience? If you've got a list of 20 things, they're going to feel overwhelmed and move on to the next speaker. And choosing your topic doesn't have to be stressful. It can be fun. You can look at it as an experiment and try to figure out which one of these are people saying yes to, which ones are maybe falling flat. I need to go back to the drawing board and jazz them up a little bit. And if the idea of speaking is still something that makes you a little uncomfortable, you're not sure if it's the right fit for your business yet, I'd love for you to watch this video here. I'm going to walk you through how to actually use speaking to scale your business. That way, when these organizers are saying yes to that amazing topic, signature topic you selected today, that you're going to know what to do to make sure that speaking opportunity moves the needle in your business.